This is the second battle between clanmates and mortal enemies, the Prussian Prince and Panda Warrior. Empire this time for Panda Warrior. Or actually, yeah. Wait a minute. No. Empire for the Prussian Prince. And Vampire counts for Panda Warrior. 2 light wizards on foot. These small things matter. When you're fighting against the vampire counts that have an abundance of flyers, you might not want your generals to be flying around. So the Empire having no flyers aside from characters might be a good idea to have your characters on foot in this particular case. And you'll notice that good players tend to do this. They choose the mounts for their generals, heroes, mages, for depending on the factions they're facing. So, handgunners, spearmen, demogryph knights with halberds, they need to kill big stuff. Great swords, way back. Maybe if there were dire wolves there, not really sure. Fellbats, bunch of Fellbats, Vargeists, the Zombie Lord. Take note of another thing here. How Zombie Lord, Manfred and Zombie Dragon, meant to say that. So take note of another thing here, and these are also things that matter. Panda Warrior has put his general behind potentially 3 units of flyers. So those magical missiles will pass through those units, and this fellow is going to potentially be able to block incoming missiles. Also take note that Exorcism from the Light Wizard reduces the leadership of these undead units by 4. So passive ability there for the Light Wizard. There's the vampire, probably going for a little Fate of Buna on the demogryphs. Never seen that before. So zombies, Cryptorus, Graveguard, great weapons, and a bunch of flyers. Bats and Wargeists on the flanks. Being exceptionally aggressive here is the Prussian Prince with his Fellbats. I mean, it's a Panda Warrior with his Fellbats. Ooh, there we go. Sniping time. Ooh, look at that. Got sniped to death by the Light Wizard. But now the Light Wizard got hit with Spirit Leech. Still, the Vampire, ooh, Immortal Will, replenishes hit points. Look at that. He might get hit again. Oh, he got hit. He's crumbling. The Light Wizard barely survived that. The Vampire could get there we go. But using Invocation of Nahek, using magic to replenish your hit points is unfortunate, because that mana could be used to damage the enemy as well. So the handgunners are starting to target the Cryptorus, doing a fair bit of damage to them actually. So sniping the Cryptorus, ignoring the zombies, good idea. The bats really want to take care of this Light Wizard. There we go. The Light Wizard is taking damage. Ooh, look at that. Nicely done. Not dead yet, The bats go in together with the Var guys, doing a lot of damage to the handgunners. Crypt Horrors trying to break the front lines, and holding the wizards here has enabled these Crypt Horrors and the zombies to get in and tie down multiple enemy units. The Great Swords move in. Graveguard, great weapons, no problems dealing with Spearmen. Ooh, Vampire goes down. Wasn't the general, but getting the general off the getting the Vampire off the field is also decent. The Demogryphs are not in the fight here. I don't know why. Here comes the Zombie Dragon and Monfrad taking down the Light Wizard.
Quick march! Raise your weapons! On way to battle! Sigma!
These flyers, the Vargeist, are great together with the Fellbats for going into the rear of engagements like this and causing units to break. And the Demogryph Knights, maybe the Prussian Prince has forgotten about them, because they would be needed to take care of the Crypt Horrors. The Vampire counts require a very active playstyle, which makes them harder to use than the Empire, but when used by a player like the Prussian Prince or Panda Warrior, they can be extremely good, but they do require, like I said, they do require a very active, focused playstyle where you know what each of your units are good at, what they're not good at, and what you need to do against the enemy units to be able to defeat them. Whereas the Empire, a lot easier to use. Unless you forget about your Demogryph Knights, which is can be very unfortunate. The Light Wizard is sniping from close range now. Here come the bats towards the handgunners. The Vargeists have gotten a lot of killing done.
We will kill them all!
Now the Demogryphs are joining the fight, but too little too late. These Crypt Horrors would possibly be dead if the Demogryphs had joined the fight at an earlier stage. Massive charge there by the Demogryphs, fighting up against 2 zombie units and 1 Graveguard. Could be disastrous for them. The Demogryph Knights rely on armor to stay in these fights, and the Graveguard have high armor penetration. And of course in the center it's going horrible for the Empire. Getting beat down. All of the characters are dying. The Necromancer replenishing the health. Oh no. Oh, actually there is a Light Wizard here. But there's really no surprise in how this is going to end. Masterfully played Vampire counts by Panda Warrior. The Prussian Prince didn't necessarily play bad either, but he did forget about his Demogryphs, and that left with the Empire without some much needed punching power. Valiant defeat there, and great use of Vargeists, great use of bats, just a good army brought by Panda Warrior, good use of characters, whereas the Prussian Prince's army sort of suffered from not getting the Demogryph Knights in there, and possibly also from focusing on killing the Vampire instead of killing the Vampire Lord. However, the Vampire could also have been used very aggressively in spirit leeching the Empire characters, so there's always a choice to be made there. But great battle, great battle. There are always more things going on in these battles than I'm able to comment on. So always things that I'm missing, since I always do this live, and I never watch the games beforehand. So it's just me watching it as it happens, which unfortunately leads to me missing some things. But I still think it's great fun. Strength and honor.